Deal of 2019, and it's at the lowest price we have ever seen. So what is the Microsoft Surface Go? Well, think of it like your laptop, your computer, but with the portability of a tablet. So it can do pretty much anything that your laptop can do, and we can bring it to you at a price that you've never seen before. So I'm gonna take you through your choices. This is so simple, so easy. Look at this, filling out your tax forms, signing them, and returning them without having to print or fax a thing. Yes, and thank you. E233137 is your item number. All right, can I take you through your choices? Here are your options. So you're of course gonna get your Microsoft Surface Go, and then you're also gonna get a type cover. So it's your keyboard in your choice of either platinum, cobalt blue, or burgundy. I'll show you all the colors, but here's the breakdown. You'll choose your color, and you'll choose whether you'd like it with Microsoft Office. So with Office, your QVC2 big deal price, $549.98. If you were to buy it separately with all the extras that we include, you would be spending $962 and change. What? Take advantage of the 6 easy payments. It works out to less than $92 a month. And then you're going to save more if you pick up the Surface without Office. So that's your only other choice that you'll make. If you're shopping with the Q card, we can extend your 6 monthly payments to 12. You'll have a full year to pay over time. It's interest free if you pay it off within that year. And if you don't have a Q card, remember you can get instant approval so you can take advantage of our QVC2 big deal and the special financing offer. I'd like to introduce you to our electronics expert. He always brings us really innovative electronic items. Brett Hamilton is in the house. Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Happy summer, everybody.
So this is exciting. Lowest price we've ever seen.
Yep.
And this is like the current Microsoft Surface, the Surface Go.
Yeah, this is it. And many of you looking at this right now go, that's just a tablet. And he's got a keyboard connected, and I've seen this before. Why is this any different than anything else? No, this is a fully functioning, in fact, start the counter now because I'm going to say this a bunch. This is a fully functioning Windows 10 computer, right? A Windows-based brain is inside here. What does that mean? Well, we'll get to that in a second, but know that you can do everything you can do on the computer that you have right now and more, plus you also have the portability of a tablet. You have the flexibility to be able to take the keyboard off. I'm going to show you that as well. What you're getting here is the best of both worlds. You're able to take your computer and put it in the palm of your hand and in a knapsack and in a bag and wherever you need to put it, but then open it up, whether you want it with the keyboard or without. And by the way, you don't need to charge this keyboard. You don't need to connect this keyboard as far as Bluetooth or anything like that. The magnets do all the work. So there is definitely a lot to get to over the next hour. And I know when you see technology, it can be intimidating and you say, well, I don't know if I can handle this or not. Believe me, you can handle this. If you've played with a phone, if you've played with a tablet before, now you can use this the same way, yet get the brain, get the power, get the speed, because we're all so impatient when it comes to technology. We want everything to happen instantly, right? Yep. So being able to tap the screen and having something come to life immediately without any lag, without any downtime, is going to make your life super simple and certainly a lot more productive.
And you know, no worries if you're looking at this and saying, but you know what, is it even going to be able to handle what I'm going to throw at it? This has the power, as you said, the speed. Let me just show you your choices really quickly, and then we'll get into what this Microsoft Surface Go can do. So you'll choose your color.
Yep.
Remember, that's going to be of the keyboard. So that is your cobalt blue. We also have it for you in platinum, which is kind of like a gray. And then your last color will be burgundy. Now you'll choose your color, and then the only other decision you need to make is whether or not you would like this with Microsoft Office. So this does also come with all your accessory items, of course your charging cord, and it even comes with a voucher with a few software and app titles, which is nice.
Yeah, help you kind of kick the tires. But for most of you, either you have a tablet or you have a computer, right? We all have some sort of device now. We go back to this. It started with the phone, the ability to be able to kind of tap and get that instant gratification. And then tablets came along. They were a larger version of what we were doing on our phone. And of course, computers were around before all of that. But many of you go, well, I wish my computer did what my tablet did. And I wish I could do everything that I do on my computer on my tablet or vice versa, right? Being able to pick it up and take it with you on the road, whether you're retired and you need it just for your day-to-day, or whether you're going to give this to a son and a daughter who's either in junior high, high school, college, to be able to make this their everyday piece. Because in the classroom now, everything is right here. Everything is on the screen. The keyboard or the textbooks all of the learning tools, everything they're doing are no longer in a book form in many cases, they're all digital. So to be able to have that kind of power and have that speed, yet have the portability, and again, of a fully functioning, that's the second time I've said it, Windows 10 computer, and that's how you know, because when you see that interface, when you see the ability to be able to go and search for whatever it is that you want, that's how you know it's a computer, it's not a tablet.
You know, I think we've all been there, Brett, where maybe you're using your phone or a tablet,
Yep.
and somebody wants you to check something or look at something, and you say, well, can I call when I get home? Yep, let me call you when I get home and get on my computer.
Yep.
Well, this is your computer, because it can do everything that your computer can. So, Brett, let's kind of just jump right into
Sure.
it. And I did notice you were using a pen.
Yeah, so, sorry, this is not included, but this is available. This is, I call it the magic pen, because when you see what this thing is capable of, this is not a stylus. This is not something you pick up at the dollar store. There's a battery inside. It has a digital connection, a digital link, a digital handshake between the pen and your Surface Go. So what does that mean for you? Well, the basics are the basics, and then you start to get into some pretty cool stuff. And I kind of want to show you quickly what the pen is capable of and the speed and the power of this thing. So,
and by the way, the item number is right there on your screen, E293523, yeah, for the pen. So if you want to grab it, which I highly recommend, there's your info.
and you know what, when you're making this kind of investment, normally I would say the accessories kind of wait, you know, and see once you get the thing. I think that you're missing out on an enormous amount of what this is capable of without the pen. So maybe you don't get it today, but I'm pretty sure down the line, the pen is going to be something that you use. So what is the pen for? Well, I mean, how many times have you received a document, whether it's a tax document, whether it's a permission slip for the kids to go to a field trip or whatever it might be? And this is the easy part, right? When it comes to typing and when it comes to filling out the form, that's simple. You've got the keyboard. You can do that on any computer. But by the way, look at this. The ability, no longer do you need the old man reader glasses, as I call them. And I wear them. You know, I need readers now, and it's frustrating. Well, this is instant zoom. Yep. But then you get down to the tough part.
Signature.
Yeah, the signature. And many of you go, well, this is where it all changes, because at this point, I have to hit print, and then I take that piece of paper and I sign it, and then I scan it or I fax it if I know how to scan or fax, and then it goes back to where, no. Or you could just sign the glass. And by signing the glass, I'm actually signing the document. Oh, I made a mistake there, no big deal, because look at that. The eraser on the back works just like an eraser on a pencil. And if I'm correct, today is the 13th, right?
Yep.
So I signed it, I date it, I hit send, and it goes back. Just one use, just one way, your life gets a lot easier. But look at this. Now the ability to be able to combine both worlds. So you can go and type in a Word document, and you really want to make a point, well, you're actually writing within the document itself.
Brett, I had to write a letter.
Uh-oh.
And at the end, you sign your name. But then again, like you said, it's like, now I have to actually print this thing.
You got to figure out how to get it home, right? Right. It has to go back to where it came from.
You can all do that all in the document and still send it electronically and give it that kind of old school touch.
Yeah, and the old school touch, we joke about it, but you know what? More and more, I think we're all craving to go back to where it all began. Because before word processing, before computers, before tablets, before doing everything on these digital devices, we did. We picked up a ballpoint pen or you picked up a pencil, and you needed that to be able to do whatever you're doing. And again, we take it for granted now that that everything is kind of, well, I got to have the tablet for this, I got to have the phone for that, I got to have the computer for that. Until Microsoft came along and invented this. Now, for those of you wondering, why is it important to have the Microsoft brain inside here, this operating system that is Microsoft? It's important because this is exactly what's inside a Dell computer. This operating system is in all the HP computers. All of the, I don't know, any other computer that's out there other than Apple, other than a Mac, Microsoft makes the brain for. I call it the brain because that's what it is. That's kind of what makes everything happen on the screen. What's happening here is that Microsoft has said, you know what, we'll cut out the middleman. We created the brain that's in all the other computers. Well, we can create our own computer. So Microsoft has essentially made their own version of, I hate to call it a laptop because, yeah, I mean, it's got the size and the look of a laptop, kind of, until you detach the keyboard, until you flatten the kickstand, until all of a sudden, I got a tablet again.
That's a tablet.
But the cool part about it is you can still do whatever you do with your tablet without the keyboard because it has a digital keyboard where necessary. So now I'm typing on the screen. Now, I don't know anybody that's going to get the keyboard cover case, whatever we're going to call this thing. I call it the keyboard, they call it a cover, and not use it. Because you know what? It's there, it's easy to use, it automatically connects with the magnets, and more important than anything else,
it
look
is
at
a
this.
cover.
And listen, when you're making this kind of investment, you need to be able to protect that glass. That glass breaks, like on a tablet, like on a laptop or a phone, and the party is over. So now the ability to be able to take it with you and no longer, as Gabrielle said earlier, go, okay, well, I'm going to send you that email when I get home. I got the tablet. I'll do that thing when I get home on my computer. No, your computer is now the tablet, and the tablet is now the computer. But again, number three, third time, fully functioning Windows 10 computer. This is not a toy. This is not a tablet. In fact, this is the same device that you see on the sidelines for the NFL. They use the Surface when they go and look at a replay, and they go and they strategize. In fact, it really comes down to exactly what I was just showing you. It used to be that they would take Polaroids, they would take a magic marker, and they would write on the cover, or they would write on the pictures. Now, the X's and the O's are happening right there, you know, on the sidelines of the NFL, because all of this happens in real time on your computer screen.
Well, remember, this is our QVC 2 big deal. This is the launch. It's the lowest price we've ever offered on a Microsoft Surface, and this at an amazing price. So if you want to pick yours up, it's really easy. Give us a call, 1-800-500-7590. Use QVC.com, our website, or the free QVC app to place your order. Two things we need to know. What color would you like in your keyboard? This is going to be your cobalt blue. We also have a platinum, which is kind of your gray. And then we also have burgundy. And then only other choice you have to make is, would you like yours with or without Microsoft Office? So if you like that Office suite. If you get the Surface without Office, we're just under the $500 price tag. Just know that the Surface on its own is about $400 and change. So we're giving you almost $430 in extras.
Yep.
So that's a great, great value. Plus, we offer easy pay, which means you can pay over time, whether you're using a major credit card. And if you're using the Q card, you could actually extend your payments over an entire year. E233137 is your item number. Just think about, maybe if it's not for you, how about that recent grad or the who's going back to school this fall? This would be a great tool. This sets them up for success. I was on a college campus not too long ago, and nobody carries a notebook and paper anymore. Everyone took out computers, laptops, something electronic to take their notes on now.
And that would be the reason, by the way, for Microsoft Office. For those of you that go, well, I'm retired, I'm going to use this every day, but I don't need it for work anymore. The only problem, we'll get to why the college kids would use it obviously in a second, but the only problem with not putting Office in a computer is if somebody sends you an email and attached to that email is an invitation, a birthday card, whatever it might be, something that came and was created through one of the features of Microsoft Office. If you don't have it in your computer, you can't open it. You can't open it, you can't change it, you can't respond to or change it in any way and send it back, and you can't create your own. My mother-in-law volunteers at a nursing home, and she uses PowerPoint on a regular basis for slideshows to show, hey, here's what's going on this week, you know, at the compound, so to speak, and this is what the dinner specials are, and here's the pictures and all that other stuff. And she is far from techie, but she has taught herself how to use the different stuff that's inside Microsoft Office. So it's not just word processing. On the college side, though, as Gabrielle just said, nobody's carrying around a notebook and a pen anymore. They're doing it all on here. If you pick up Microsoft Office, your kids can use something called OneNote, which is inside there. And OneNote will allow them all at one time, this is kind of mind-blowing, to record the lecture that they're sitting in, to make notes in real time on their screen, and also be able to do like screen captures and cut and paste websites and all that stuff that revolve around what they're doing, and then watch it back in real time later on. So if you're not great and you're not fast when it comes to taking notes, you can record the professor or the teacher, you can make notes as he's going along, and then play all that back as a way to kind of catch up after the fact. But I want to show you guys something really cool before I forget. You're probably wondering why my screen has nothing on it. And this is probably the riskiest thing we ever do on TV, is to turn a device on live TV, because you just never know. Well, guess what? This thing is so incredibly fast that it boots up probably faster than your phone does. And what does that mean? Well, before I do what I'm about to do, you're staring at this blank screen for a reason. I'm tapping the keyboard to show you that it's not on. How long does it take your computer, when you hit the power button in the morning, in the evening, whenever it is that you go, and actually turn it on? I mean, sometimes it's to the point where you can get up, go have another cup of coffee, throw a load of laundry in, do something around the house, you come back and it's like, whoop, 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 and it's still booting up. Check this out. So the power button up on top here, I'm going to hit the power button, and I'm going to have to stick my face in front of it to sign in. So we'll count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.